guys, welcome back to my channel. I know you're probably like, this has been gone forever and I keep coming back and then I leave and then I come back and I leave, but this time I promise I'm here to stay. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get this look right here. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm going to teach you guys how to get this look while also answering some questions on Instagram. So it's going to be a tutorial slash Q&A. I'll do the tutorial first to get it out of the way and then I will do the Q&A. So if you want to learn how to get this little neon moment green halo eye, please continue to watch. And yeah, grab some popcorn, grab some hot Cheetos, and stay tuned, ma'am, okay? Or sir, or whatever you are. But yeah, thank you guys for clicking on this video. I hope you learned something, and I'm very awkward at intros, so yeah, see you guys very soon and very zoomed in. I zoomed you guys in already since I'm not gonna be doing the face. The focus on, you know, today's video is gonna be a Q&A plus this eye tutorial. So yeah, that's why you guys are only viewing my eyes right now, but that's me. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep my eyes using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer, and I'm basically just carving out my eyebrows, and then I'm gonna bring it downwards to prep my eye for the eyeshadow. Just like that. And I love this brush because it just like fits into my eyes so good. But you guys, I love this eyeshadow primer. If you haven't used it or haven't heard from it, definitely recommend going and getting a sample. This stuff is super full coverage, so you only need a little bit for the eye. And I like the fact that it gives you like a perfect blank canvas to work with. It just really helps so that all your shadows are like, you know, true to color, and it doesn't change the color of anything. If anything, it enhances the color, making it look even more vibrant than it already does. So I'm lightly just patting this in while dragging it. I feel like when you pat it inward, it just kind of really sticks onto the eye, whereas when you're dragging it, you're kind of like moving it around, and it's not gonna stay in one spot like that. You can always go with your little finger, whatever finger you choose. I don't have a favorite, so I'm just gonna do this finger right here and just pat it in with my finger. This is gonna help make it really sink into the skin, and my finger just picks up whatever I don't need on my eye. But I really like this because I feel like it warms up the product and it makes it tacky enough so that when I do go in with eyeshadow, it's really more vibrant and it holds on a little bit better. I don't know if that's like facts, but in my head it's facts. Like, I feel like it works, so that's why I do this. So now I'm actually going to be using the Violet Voss Bright Vibes palette, which looks like this. It's super cute. I've always wanted a neon palette, and I'm so thankful that it was sent to me by Violet Voss. Look at these shades, guys. Look at these shades. Look at that. Beautiful. And I'm also going to be using the Nervina Collection Volume 1 palette. It looks like this. Mine's super dirty because it's used AF. And then this is the inside of it. This is the inside, and it's super beautiful. Has so many shades, and I'm definitely going to be filming with this more often. I just really wanted to try this neon eyeshadow out first. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go into a eyeshadow C brush, also known as like a crease brush. This one, for example, is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It was literally only, I want to say, $3. Super affordable, and it works just as good as like my high quality brushes. So I'm going into this guy, and I'm going to go into this dark blue shade right here from the Nervina palette, also known as D4, which is right here. And I'm just packing that onto my little C brush. And from here, I'm gonna go, and basically what I like to do is I like to create like a little rainbow in my crease. And by that, I mean I'm gonna start by packing it here, and I'm just gonna bring it all around my crease, making it look like a little rainbow. So start here, and let me get more, but can you see that pigment? It's so good. Okay, let me grab more, and basically pack Don't worry about blending right now. Just pack this on like a little rainbow. Like that. I like to bring it all the way here. You can bring it higher if you like, but since I'm adding more colors, I'm only putting it in my crease area. I'm not worrying about blending right now. I'm just worrying about creating this little rainbow with my blue shadow. And can you see what I mean by like a little rainbow? So basically it's like, it's a rainbow. And now I'm just gonna like pat it into my crease like this. It kind of helps blend it out a little bit. I just feel like when you pat it in like this, it really does create it to me a little bit more defined, a little bit darker, and I'm not going too high as you can see. I'm basically just keeping it here and just lightly patting it so that a little bit of it does come out. And just lightly just blend that little tiny piece, not too much, because like I said, we're gonna add more color, just enough to where you feel like you have it blended enough. Now that we have our little rainbows, I'm gonna go into with a smaller brush. This one is the MAC 221 brush. It's a really tiny blending brush. It's honestly one of my favorite brushes from MAC just because it's so tiny, so precise. It'll give you a nice, beautiful like transition and gradient with your shadows. Because it's so tiny, you get to add more colors without disturbing the main color. Like me, for example, my main color right now is that blue. I want that blue to really pop so that we have like that neon really contrast and give us that huge difference to make it look dramatic. I'm gonna go into the Violet Voss palette now, and I'm gonna go into Aerobics, which is this neon green shade right here, and I'm lightly, just like that, tapping a very small amount onto my brush. Not too much because I want a really nice, oh, and I also tapped it off. I'm gonna grab a little more so I can show you. I always tap it, so you see all that shadow that's flying around? That's all just random shadow we don't need. And I'm lightly just gonna use this to buff out that blue. Just very lightly, guys. Just very lightly put it over that blue, just like that. Don't worry about it not blending right now because we're gonna go back in with the blue and blend it a little bit more. This is just gonna give us that nice little transition. And I'm just going all over. I'm barely touching onto that blue, just a little tiny bit. I'm gonna bring it down here too. You want it all over where that blue is. That way it's a perfect gradient and nothing's like missing color or lacking color. And I'm going right over here as well, and I'm just buffing that in very lightly. Same thing here. Going in there and just buffing it. Take a shot every time I say buffing it. I bet you'll be drunk by the end of the video. Okay, same thing, just adding more color here and just buffing it. I find that little tiny circular motions really does help blend everything together, because windshield wiper motions is a really good motion, but I feel like that just makes everything go back and forth, whereas tiny little circles like this really kind of make both of the colors blend together and make the product kind of like meet together. Like it just looks a little bit more fuller, if that makes sense. Okay, now that I feel happy with the amount of green that I've applied, I'm going to go back into that C brush that we first used, and I'm going to go into this color right here, and it's called Jellies Violet Voss palette. It's something that I did in the beginning. I'm just going to make another rainbow right on top of that first blue that I put on. I'm not touching the green at all, guys. I'm just putting it into my crease. This is just gonna make it look a little bit more defined, and I'm lightly just blending it upwards into that other blue that we have. I'm not touching the green, like I said. Just putting it right directly on top of the blue. This is gonna help define it and then bring that blue back to life so that this is the main focus right now, is that blue. And I'm lightly just buffing it upwards. Very lightly. Be careful with this step because you don't want to go too high, then you're gonna have all kinds of colors that you don't even want anymore. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go into Neon, which is this neon yellow shade right there, onto the same 221 brush that I used for the green shadow. It's not like focusing right now, but same thing, I'm lightly just tapping in there, and now I'm gonna lightly just put it outside of that green, just very lightly, just so that we have another color and it just makes the gradient look a little bit more, you know, blended, more transition. Going right over here, just like that, and a little bit up here. It's okay to get it into your brow, guys. I personally used to be so scared to do this. Now I'm like, what the, like, we're gonna put it in there anyway. And I'm just lightly going all around that green, just very lightly. I'm not putting a lot on because I want that green to really stand out. So now with that being said, I'm going to go back into that green with the same brush and just reapply it in the same spot, just like that. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to mix the Anastasia eye primer with the green shadow from the Bright Vibes palette. So don't make fun of me, okay? I got a little water bottle cap and I went ahead and scraped off some of that neon eyeshadow. Just like that, not too much because I'm not trying to ruin that eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna add a dot of the Anastasia primer. Literally just a dot, and then from there I'm going to mix it with just like a random little brush. Just mix, 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 mix. And this is gonna give me like a pastel neon eyeshadow primer base. I learned this from, I think Narvina had tweeted that if you mix shadows with the primer, it'll give you like a different color base. So this is the base I now have. Instead of it being that plain primer color, now that it's mixed with the shadow, it's like a pastel green color, which I think is super cute. And now for my favorite part, we're gonna cut the crease, guys. So I'm gonna use the MAC 266 brush. Thank you, Natalie. Shout out to you for this damn brush because it changed my life forever. It changed my cut crease game. It just, you guys need this brush. If you don't have this brush, you definitely need it. It's a small angle brush. Stamp, 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 and then just bring in that color. And I'm not going all the way out because I don't want the neon to be all the way out. I specifically only want that neon shade to be the spotlight, so right in the middle. So I'm only putting this where I want that neon green, and it's okay if we have like patches. Like as you can see, I have a patch here, I have a patch here. We're gonna fix that with eyeshadow, I promise. So work with me, guys. And I'm just gonna lightly just keep building this up. But I'm just doing the same steps, just adding more of that pastel green pigment with the eyeshadow primer and just adding. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. Like I said, I was just filling that little spot in. I had to keep mixing and mixing because the one that I had was super dry. That's why it was kind of hard for me to do it. But now that I have that little spotlight, I know it looks ugly. You guys are probably like, what is she doing? Like, no. So I'm gonna go back in with the Neon Vibes palette. Bright Vibes palette from Violet Voss. I'm gonna go into Aerobics, which is that green again. Pigmented. It gives it more of a really bright effect. And right now when we add that blue, it's gonna look super pretty. So now that I have that neon color, we gotta add some blend to it. So we're gonna go in with a small flat brush that looks like this. Yeah, can you guys tell I love flat brushes? Like, I don't know, it's just, they're the bomb. So I'm gonna go into the neon palette once again, which is the Brights palette, and I'm gonna go into this blue with a tiny flat brush. And now I'm gonna focus this on the outer edge of my eye and lightly just blend it into that neon green. I'm not going very far in, I'm just going on the outer edge just like that. It looks a little messy, I know, but I'm just lightly going to focus it here first. This is gonna give us more depth to our spot eye. It's gonna make that neon stand out even more, and I'm just lightly patting this on just like that. I'm just going basically just to make the edges look a little bit more blended. It's okay if you get it on the green because we're gonna go back into the green right now. If you guys ever follow along to my tutorials, please let me know. That just makes me so happy to know that I'm actually like teaching, even though like I'm the worst teacher in the world. But if you guys ever do recreate my looks, please tag me, please send it to me. Don't be shy. I love watching people recreate my looks. So I'm gonna go in with my finger now, and I'm gonna go into that green, and I'm just gonna go right on top and just really add more green, and I'm just bringing it into that blue that I put. That way it looks a little bit more blended, a little bit more vibrant, and the green is still the color that is like grabbing your attention, you know? I'm gonna go back in with the angle of the brush again too. I'm just gonna do the edges with the green. Just like that. Nothing too crazy, right? I'm just gonna keep blending that blue in until I feel satisfied with it as well. I'm gonna go in with the big C brush that I used in the beginning and just lightly add whatever's left on that brush on the outer corner. And same thing to the inner corner. And I'm just gonna keep doing this process till I feel happy with the blend. So give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is how the top portion of my eye looks. I'm gonna go ahead and start my face while answering some questions for the Q&A. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys out. Give me 1 second. Okay guys, now that we're zoomed out, I'm gonna do my face while doing the Q&A part of the tutorial. So basically I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions, just anything to be honest, and some of y'all did, some of y'all didn't, but it's okay. So I'm gonna also do my base at the same time. I'm not gonna really explain what I'm using for my face, just because we can do a whole nother tutorial for that. So the first question I got was from IL Vico, and it's, when did you first start getting into makeup? So, okay, in high school, I would wear makeup sometimes, you know, when I felt like it in the morning. It was just too damn early to be getting ready for who? For nobody. So I wouldn't really do my makeup in high school because I didn't really care for it until it was after high school when I was a stay-at-home mom. Really hard time. I had postpartum depression. I was super happy, don't get me wrong, that my kid was here. I was super happy that he was healthy. It's just postpartum depression. It's something that, I don't know, I can't really explain it. I just felt so depressed because I felt like, okay, like I got pregnant, I had the baby, like now what? Like, okay, like be a mom, be a wife, but like who am I? Like, besides the fact that I have a kid, besides the fact that I have a boyfriend, like, who am I? Like, what do I do? Who's Yolanda? You know, like, I had no idea who the hell I was, and I was really depressed because I was like, you know, I want my child to have a better life, but yet I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. I had a few, like, makeup palettes that were, like, Wet n Wild, you know, like the starter kits for everybody that I would use, and I was like, you know what, might as well just like watch YouTube, get my mind off of stuff when my son was asleep, of course. Get my mind off of stuff and maybe like learn how to do makeup. It was an escape for me for a little bit. Like, I didn't have to worry about who I was, what I was doing. Like, I just felt like I could be creative, like I could have fun, like I was just, you know, chilling. And so the more that I practiced makeup, the more I realized, like, wow, like I'm actually getting a little bit better every time I do it. So I was like, why not take pictures? Why not like document my work and like just for fun, you know, like look back at it and see if I did improve. So there came my Instagram page. I had made it private when I started it because I was like, how embarrassing, like people are gonna be like what is she doing, like she doesn't even know how to do makeup. So I was like, I'm just gonna go private, just because at the time it was only for me, like on the internet, for me, somewhere that I can look back and be like, you know, okay, this looks good, this doesn't look good. Started getting a little bit more followers, and I started sharing my story as to why I started makeup and how it helped me and my mental space and all that. And people were starting to DM me telling me that me, Yolanda, I'm inspiring. And I was like, you know, like I had like 50 followers at the time. I was like, how the fuck, like what? And you know, that kind of made me realize that sharing my story and sharing how I felt made so many other people feel like they weren't alone, you know, because I felt like nobody besides my child and my boyfriend gave a about me, you know? Like I don't know, like I felt so alone. But with makeup, I got these makeup friends. I don't know, like it just made a huge impact on my life. To now when I do my makeup, I just feel so good. I feel so positive. I feel like that, like I just feel so good, you know? And I want to encourage others, you know, maybe it's not makeup, maybe your makeup is art, maybe your makeup is you know, taking pictures, maybe your version of makeup is shopping, maybe everyone has that thing that just they feel passionate about. Me, it happened to be makeup. I would have never thought that if you were to go back in high school and be like, you're gonna be doing makeup in 5 years, like I would have been like, you're right. I would have never thought this would have been my happy place, and now it is. So if you guys have anything you're passionate about, please continue to pursue it. Please continue to follow your dreams. I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done, but that's the whole point of life. It's risking. It's getting rid of that fear. It's jumping into what you want to do and making it happen. Manifest your goals. Say like, for example, me last year, I was like, next year I'm gonna be on Anastasia's PR, and boom, it happened. It took a long time, not, you know, don't get me wrong, but it happened because I kept telling myself it was gonna happen. The universe hears you guys, and if you say you want something, if you say it's gonna come to you, then guess what? It's gonna come to you. So yeah, I rambled a little bit, but next question, what camera do you use? So I currently use a Canon Rebel T7i. I don't know about cameras, I really don't. So cutie_KXOXO, and it's where do you work now since you no longer work at Mac? So I work here. I'm a stay-at-home mom again, and I haven't been a stay-at-home mom in like 4 years, okay? Like since my son was born, like I started working because I was like, no, like I need to do this, I need to do that, like I need to provide. I even had 2 jobs at one point. Right now I thankfully am in a position where I can be a stay-at-home mom and, you know, pursue my dreams still. Like I have, you know, freelancing, I still have clients that need their makeup done here and there. Next question is from Lupe_Lemas_makeup studio on Instagram, and it is, what's a good setup for filming? I'm trying to grow on my YouTube channel. I don't know jack about YouTube. I don't know anything about filming. I luckily have a ring light that I won in a giveaway like 3 years ago, which is now falling apart. And I sit by my window and I just have my camera on top of boxes. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. Like, my setup is like so ghetto. Like, I don't even want to show you because you guys are gonna be like, this bitch. But I don't know, girl. I'd say look on Amazon. They have really good bundles, and just honestly look at the reviews before you buy anything. Be smart. But yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could help. Next question is from Cassidy19, and it is, any tips and tricks for eyeshadow? And it's switching up your brushes within every color. You can't use the same brush for every single color that you put on, because guess what? It's all gonna go on the same spot. There's not gonna be transition. There's not gonna be dark to light. You need to change up your brushes, because if you're going in with this brush for every single color, guess what? That color is gonna go on the same spot every single time because you're using the same brush. Another question is from Jules_11277. Hi Jules. And your question is, when is your video with Nicole coming out? Girl, I don't know. I want it to come out so bad already. Like, I am so nervous for it to come out because I know I was a whole mess. Like, I got there and I was like, I was so nervous. Nicole was so sweet. She's like, do you want anything? Do you want like wine? You want to take a shot? Like, she was just so freaking sweet, and she made me feel so comfortable, which I was super nervous because I was like, what if I'm like hella awkward? What if I just sound stupid, you know? She was really sweet. She made me feel really comfortable. I'm not sure when it's coming out because she did have surgery recently, so a lot of things got pushed back on her planner, which is completely understandable. It's soon, so hopefully soon. I don't want to give you guys a date and then you'd be like, you're fake. You said it was coming out tomorrow and it doesn't come out, you know? Like, don't drag me. I don't know. Tell her. Oh no, actually tell her editor. I'm just adding that blue that we put into the crease, just like that with a flat brush. And I'm just gonna put the same colors that I did on top on the bottom. And now we're gonna switch up the brush to the same little tiny brush I've been using this whole tutorial. grabbing that green and lightly buffing out that blue. And okay, next question is from Yo Myra, and it is, why are you that bitch, huh? Myra, I don't know. I think I was honestly just born this way. You know, like, sometimes people can turn into that bitch. I was made that bitch, so I'm just kidding. I don't know, girl. I'm not that bitch. I'm that bitch sometimes, which when I'm done with this, I will be that bitch. But right now we're working there. We're building it up just little by little. But you're so cute. Thank you. You're that bitch, girl. We all that bitch. Okay. People who empower people are that bitch, and that's on period. Okay. Medina MUAYE, what is good besides hot Cheetos? Your question is, what was the biggest driving force to get you into makeup? I just really needed something to do so that I wouldn't be so sad, and this really did help me escape that mentality that I was in, thank God. And honestly, my son, like I've always said, I want him to have a better life than I did. Not saying I had a horrible life. I've had, my life was alright. Son, since I knew I was pregnant, I was like, nope, like I'm gonna give him everything I can give him, and if it's by, you know, following my dreams, if it's working every single damn day, I'm gonna do it. And now that this is finally paying off, not saying I'm rich, not saying anything, no, I'm still broke. But, you know, getting the support that I get just influences me and motivates me even more to do what I want to do in life, and that's this. And, you know, when I look at my son and he's just like super happy, like playing games or pretending he has a YouTube channel, he will literally like, welcome back guys, today we're gonna play Minecraft and we're gonna do this and da 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 da, and I'm just looking at him like, how does he YouTube better than me, you know? But honestly, the thing that drives me and motivates me is my son, because I want the best for him no matter what. Like, I don't care. I'll sacrifice my soul in order for him to have a good life. That's how much I care about everybody, and maybe it's just me, but everything I do is for my kid. It's not for me. It's for my son to have a better life, for him to see that things can happen if you put your mind to it, for him to see that your dreams are worth chasing. It's gonna be hard, like I've said so many damn times. It's so hard. Trust me, I want to quit all the damn time where I'm like, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not talented enough, I'm not this enough. But then I look at him and I'm like, I'm enough for him. So if he sees me striving, if he sees me chasing my dreams, I hope that it motivates him to do the same thing for his life. Anyways, next question is from Sharon X Ray Byrne. Oh, that's an interesting name. And it's biggest makeup pet peeve. Girl, my biggest pet peeve is when my eyes decide to water at the very end, like if they just saw Titanic or something. As soon as I'm done, sometimes it's just like waterfalls, like, and it's the worst thing because it's so hard to fix and it stresses me out, and then from there I'm like, oh, like I just don't want to do anything anymore. And we're just gonna, look at that. Look at that. No, Amrezy, Norvini, you guys fucking snap. Look at my nose. Oh, little Rudolph is shaking right now. It's like that, and then it's like bam, bam. Super cute. And we're just gonna do the same thing to this side. Just wiggle, a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Do you guys remember that song? It's like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Beep, 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 beep. You want to see something cool? I can do the wearing with my eyebrows. Ready? Hold on, I feel very pressured now. A wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Jada underscore JAADDAA underscore. It's Jada, and it is, what is your main goal in life? As you probably already know. And I don't know, like I have so many goals that it's so hard to figure out what my main goal, but my main goal is financial stability. My main goal is to be able to provide for my son, give him the life he deserves, because he deserves the world, okay? Like, I want to help others because you're not alone. I want you to know you're not alone. I want you to know that I'm here for you. I may be weird, I may be annoying, I may be all the things that I am, but I am here for you. And if you don't think I am, DM me. That's all it takes. DM me and we can talk. You need someone to talk to, I'm here. You need someone to listen, I'm here. All I want in this world is for everyone to feel like they have someone. Maybe I might not be there for everybody, but I'm gonna try my best to be there as much as I can for whoever needs it. So I don't know. Maybe that's my goal. Who knows? I got some lashes and I even did my lipstick off camera just because I didn't really need to film that part. You guys don't really care. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to do their lipstick. Nothing fancy. These are from, this is the box. Right here is the name of the company, and this is in the style Boss Babe, which are super cute, super floopy. Okay, so basically the last question, well I had 2 more questions. The next question was, what was your dream job before makeup? I wanted to join the Marines. In high school I was very motivated and focused on the Marines. I wanted to go and be a MP, which is a military police. Those are basically police officers on base, and you're basically like a police for the military, making sure nobody's breaking rules, making sure nothing bad's happening, making sure everything is legit. That's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to come back and join corrections. I know you guys are like, what the fuck, like, bitch, you? But yeah, that's literally what I wanted to do with my life. I was ready to go after high school. I was ready. I was like, I'm going, peace out, like I'm out, Yolanda out, mic drop. This is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I don't know, I like it. I need to go take pictures right now before the sun plays me. But I have one more question, and I did save this for last, and it is, why did you quit MAC? Let's just pretend I have tea right here and I'm sipping on my tea. There are many reasons why I decided to leave MAC, and that is for a whole nother day and a whole nother video. I didn't leave permanently. So I am still a MAC employee, but I am now a freelance artist, meaning I will still be there, but not all the time, obviously. I'll basically be like, you know how teachers call out and there comes a substitute? That's me, the substitute. And that's what I'm doing now. As far as why I left, that's, like I said, for a whole nother video. So if you guys want to know about that, please comment down below if you guys want me to film my MAC experience, because girl, I got a lot of stuff to say about that. That is it for today's tutorial / Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I'm kind of like all over the place, but I am getting used to this whole YouTube thing. I'm learning how to YouTube. Did I YouTube correctly? Who knows? But this is me. This is not me trying to be high-pitched like I was before. This is not me trying to be what I don't know. This is just me. You either love it or you don't. You know? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial / Q&A. If you guys want me to film about my MAC experience next, please let me know, because I have so many ideas coming into my head, but it's just hard to bring it to life. Also, I don't have a YouTube intro, so do not drag me, okay? Okay, I'm starting YouTube. If you guys know anybody who does intros, please let me know down in the comments. I really need help because I don't know how to do this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial / Q&A. I keep saying the same thing over. I know, I'm just tired and I'm hungry. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please let me know in the comments. My main focus right now is to teach. I want to teach you something that you don't already know. So if I did, please let me know. That would make my whole entire day. If you guys choose to recreate this look right here, please tag me, please send it to me. I want to hype you up. I want to gas you up, girl. You go to the gasoline station, that's gonna be me filling up your car, because I want you to feel beautiful and I want you to feel just as good as I do right now. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope, I don't know, I gained like 1 subscriber today. Who knows? I probably lost like 1,000, but I don't even have 1,000. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching me. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for watching this video. Although you hate me, you might not like me, you might like me, you're still watching my content, and I appreciate it. So don't be a meanie, okay? Don't be a panini, and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and I guess hit that little dingy notification bell too, that way you know when I do post, because YouTube is a little fake, doesn't want me to succeed, so a lot of people don't see my videos, but hopefully when you hit that little bell, you'll be notified every time I upload. You can be like, oh, this bitch again. But yeah, stay tuned for my next video. Might be a tutorial, might be a mukbang, who the hell knows. I'm just doing whatever at this point. Thank you for supporting me once again. I appreciate you guys so much, and like always, my DMs are always open, okay? Do not be afraid to reach out. And if you ever know anybody who might be going through it and you just want to help them out, don't be afraid to reach out to them either, and just say, hey, how are you? I'm just checking in. That's all you need to say, and I promise you, you'll make their day. But yeah, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm hungry. I got to go wrap this whole thing up. I'm gonna do a few close-ups, that way you see the actual makeup look. And I'm out. Mic drop.